And so today I'm going to talk just a little bit about the art of movement, something that I have always loved to do. If you know me very well, I have taught fitness classes for, like 14 years now. I teach spin class, I teach bar class, I teach a boot camp class, I teach a strength class, and I can tell you right now, all of those classes, they bring me into a different mood. And I love the movements in each of those classes, and I never really sat back and made connections between how that class essentially made me feel and maybe what I was looking for in that day. And I recently came across a podcast, which there was a gal interviewing Kelly McGonigal. I'm not sure if you guys she has a book out called The Joy of Movement. She also did a TED Talk about movement and what it brings us and what it brings our life. And as we head into a brand new year, setting goals for ourselves, many of you are saying, new year, new me, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, right? And a lot of us fall short, and it's not your fault that you fall short. It may be because you didn't find the thing that made you motivated, right? The thing that you knew that you could wake up every morning at 5 a.m. to go do, or the thing that you said, gosh, the way this exercise makes me feel makes me want to get up every single day and go to it, or get done from work, and instead of go home and sit on the couch and, watch television with your family, you decided to take care of your body and go do this form of movement. Notice how I say movement. I think sometimes we say exercise, gotta go exercise, and some of you just have such a hate for exercise, and it may have stemmed from something a long time ago. Maybe you were in sports growing up and you were just told you had to do all of these different things to prep for that sport. Yes, that was competitive, right? And then you got burnt out on sports growing up and you said, I'm just gonna kind of rest now. Maybe you didn't find that love and that connection between movement back in the day when you were a kid, right? Or maybe you had a bad experience with exercise, or you went to a class where you didn't feel comfortable and you left and you felt defeated, right? Hopefully that didn't happen. Or maybe you're somebody who just hasn't found that love for it, but you really crave that love for it. And this is why I wanted to make this quick video for you, giving you some things to think about. Instead of thinking exercise, I want you to think, how am I going to incorporate movement into my day? Because movement leads to so many things, and there's lots of science-based research on that. And I really believe that movement over the years, it's given me access to many emotions that I've had for myself. Emotions of, feeling powerful, feeling graceful, feeling focused, feeling just strong. Like, how many of you guys have done a movement at the gym or at home where you just were like, I feel like a total badass right now. Like, really, I feel like a badass. Like, those movements and those emotions trigger something in our brain that decides, gosh, I love the way I felt, or I didn't like the way I felt. So it creates some sort of habit into your lifestyle. And you all know that it takes time to develop healthy habits. And once those habits are set, it becomes a part of your everyday life. Your body starts craving it. Your mind starts craving it. Your lifestyle starts craving movement. And that's what's super, super exciting about this. So as you guys start thinking about your own different movements that you love, I really want you to start making the connections with it. Also, I just recently fell in love with bar. I had my daughter. I was an athlete growing up. I love fitness, and I love the things that I was comfortable in. When I was kickboxing, I felt just like this sense of power and strength. I've been really making connections between powerlifting, like lifting a lot heavier. I have craved that a lot lately in my life versus just the light weights, going through the motions, getting the workout in, saying I'm done, I lifted weights. I now challenge myself to more strenuous weights, not for physical reasons, just for the way physically I feel lifting those heavy weights. Like, I feel incredible. I leave those workouts and say, gosh, if I accomplish this in the gym, what can I accomplish in my everyday life? Because I did something I didn't think I could do. So it's making the connection there. The other thing I fell in love with was barre, like I was saying. I had my daughter 4 years ago, and shortly after I said, I need to get in touch with more of my core strength muscles. And when you activate your deep core muscles, and many of you may take classes that involve some sort of Pilates, you may take barre classes, you may take kickboxing, you're activating those deep core muscles. And what that's doing is sending a signal to your brain to help regulate your anxiety. Did you guys know that? So when you go to that barre class, you're not just getting a great booty, right? You're actually calming your stresses down. You're getting in touch with your breathing in a yoga class. You're engaging your core muscles. You're not thinking about your grocery list and your to-do list and your kids and all the crazy things going on in your life. You're activating your core, reducing your stress. Did you guys know that that is something? You're also going to discover many different types of movement. So if you're somebody who's still unsure what type of activity or exercise you want to go do, I'm challenging you today to go out there and discover different types of exercise. Go do something that may make you uncomfortable, journal about it, see how it makes you feel. And if you feel an emotion doing one of those exercises, snap a photo of yourself. Connect every exercise or every group class you do if you're at a gym to some sort of emotion, because this is why you need to do that. If you go to a barre class, or let's use deep relaxation, because that's a class many of you guys are like, what, that actually exists, or restorative yoga. How do you feel leaving restorative yoga? Is it a positive emotion? Is it a negative emotion? Hopefully you create some sort of positive connection. When I first went to a restorative yoga, I was scared I'd be bored to death. I came out of there calm, collected, and I went into my everyday life with less of a stress. So when I am craving calmness and reduced anxiety, I'm going to go to a restorative yoga class because I made that connection of how that movement in those classes really made me feel. Think about that. Think about that next time you exercise. Do something different. There's mixed fit classes, there's Zumba classes, there's barre classes, there's strength lifting. Get on a cardio machine. Get on a step climber and don't hang on. And walk the steps. How do you feel after the stepper? If you go through an exercise, especially like some of those cardio machines at the gym, and you're bored as hell, what's going to draw you back to a machine where you're bored as hell? Not much. You got to have a positive emotion from that machine or something that is going to empower you. I recently just switched stair climbers at the gym, so I'm forcing myself not to lean and hold on. And I got off there today after just 20 minutes, and I felt like I could go do anything. You better believe I'm getting back on that stepper. That movement of standing up upright, engaging my core and burning my legs and my tush gave me that sense to say, oh my gosh, the next time I want to feel that badass feeling, I'm going to go take my ass to the gym and get on that same stepper, because it's going to signal to my brain that emotion that I felt that one time. So make those connections. And if you're new to fitness and movement, you guys, that's amazing. This is a great time for you to do it. If you've been doing things forever, you love a HIIT workout. I do a program online where it's 6 exercises. These people are moving. How do you feel? Journal about that. If you love those exercises, you guys, you should be doing those more. Don't force yourself to go to a Zumba class and dance if you're not getting what you're looking for from it, okay? Movement in the body is just so crucial. So start making lists of that. And then if you're also setting goals for yourself to tap into some other part of you that you're unsure about, like how many of you guys want to feel sexy? Like there's like barre classes, like not like the ballet barre. I'm talking like the dance poles that you can go take to feel sexy. I know that when I do barre, I tap into kind of my dancer mode, and I feel like I have a tall posture. I walk taller. I compose myself better. I speak better after my barre class because I tap into that more confident side of myself. That's what barre does for me. Are you trying to tap into a playful side? Are you wanting to have fun in your life? Maybe you should go to a class that makes you have fun. What about mixed fit? What about Zumba? I think fun, dancing, loud music, people, camaraderie. How do these movements make you feel? You need to continue to do these movements. Moving into movements without music is kind of hard to do things. What music makes you feel good? I know when I create a brand new spin playlist like I just did, I am like jacked to get on the bike tomorrow. There is nothing that's going to stop me from getting to the gym and playing that playlist. Or a leg day I had a few weeks ago, I put all these new hip hop songs on there and I was like so excited to get to the gym. And it didn't matter what I was doing as long as I had that movement to really increase my endorphins. It was just a great way to really change things up and give meaning to what I was doing, because movement and music have such a connection. Think of a song that you love, put it on a playlist. Better yet, just go into Spotify, create a playlist called Power, create a playlist called Sexy, create a playlist. I have one that's called Relaxing. So when I need to relax, that music brings me back to that restorative yoga class where I can just calm myself down, right? Because I already connected the movement to my feelings. And lastly, group fitness. So I am a big proponent of group fitness. I love people that have the discipline to work out on their own. But if you're somebody who's never done fitness before and you're confused, I highly encourage you as a group teacher to get into a class. When you're moving in sequence with other people, did you guys know that actually builds a bond between those people, and it creates a sense of belonging? It creates a sense of security, those motions that are the same. That girl next to you that's grinding out those push-ups and those burpees right next to you, you're going to up your game because you have people next to you that you're feeding energy off of, right? You're moving with one another. Your breath is in tune, right? Your energy is there. Sometimes in a yoga class, you hear people breathing, and all of a sudden, that person who's breathing fast and comes in stressed, their breathing slows down, and you guys all start breathing together. What a source of connection, and what a source of community, and what a source of bond. And when you start creating those bonds in your group fitness class, doing things together, challenging each other, you guys are going to really do something amazing. Not just for yourself, but for the people around you in your class. You're going to look forward to seeing each other. You're going to know when Sally didn't show up on Monday, and you're going to call Sally and say, get back on the train, girl. Like, we need you here at the gym. You hold each other accountable. You create a sense of community around the love for movement and your fitness. So that's all I have for you guys today, but I just wanted you to know that it's so important to see exercise as something that's going to bring you joy in your life. The simple movements of just sitting in a still spot and getting your body moving, turn on music and just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to start dancing. It's going to immediately put you in a better mood. You start seeing joy around the world a little bit different. Joy is like a totally different word to you, right? If you're somebody who's anxious or depressed, or you have a very hard time socially, being engaged with people, challenge yourself to start moving. It can be by yourself at first, but just that simple act of movement is going to start building confidence in yourself. You're going to start seeing the world differently. The joys around you are going to be like even more joyful. You're going to start being more in tune with your senses. You're going to go outside and you're going to say, gosh, it's a beautiful day out today. Gosh, look at the sun. Maybe you'll watch a sunset, or you'll get up early to watch the sunrise. It's so, so important. And if you guys have people in your life that aren't active, ask them to go on a walk with you. That simple invitation just to go for them to go take a walk could create a habit that's healthy, and it can lead into healthier things in their future. And it can lead to the love for movement and the connection between all those things we talked about that movement brings us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this today. I know that I really, really enjoyed listening to that podcast. I'll drop it in the comments. The book, again, is The Joy of Movement. I've not even read the book. I just listened to a very short podcast on like the 3X. So it was like very, very fast. But it's a beautiful, beautiful beautiful message, and I think everybody needs to hear it, and they need to start seeing exercise for what it is. It's movement, bringing us emotion to the many things that we're looking for in our life, and the things that make us happy, and the things that make us tick, and the things that make us get up every morning to say, gosh, I've got such a great life. I'm going to treat my body right, and I'm going to make it feel good. And I know what makes it feel good because I've done those movements before. That's it, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.